All right, here we go. I've just been playing with the volume settings for a bit. Hopefully they'll be okay, but wanted to do another playthrough for the channel, and with Pokemon Legends ZA having been announced fairly recently at the time that I'm recording this, X and Y seems like the call. Let's jump right into it. I think that X and Y are really slept on Pokemon games anyway, and part of it is because they rushed Generation 7 for the 20th anniversary, and we never got the Pokemon Z closeout that I think really would have tied these games together. But Kalos is a very pretty region. I enjoy adventuring in it. I think that some of the story of these games gets rough at times, but I think some of the characters and whatnot are a little underrated. And I want to go explore this region again, thoroughly, like I did a decade ago, and take a look at what they have, what groundwork they've laid here that they can build on when the new game comes out next year, I think. So let's get right into it. First of all, X is the game that I chose a decade ago over Y. And honestly, this generation, more than any other, it kind of felt like there was a clear choice that Game Freak wanted us to make. Like, it didn't feel even at all. I'm sure there are a lot of people who felt differently and chose Y, and that's the beauty of Pokemon. But to me, I felt like Game Freak put their thumb on the scale much more than usual. Like, Xerneas represented the brand new fairy type in a really stunning way. It has a very visually striking design with a lot of interesting details. And I know they don't market for people who have looked at leaks, but it also has a broken setup move that you can use to run through the game. I love Yveltal. Yveltal is one of my favorite legendary Pokemon, but the Xerneas game just seemed like the clear choice to me, in a way that there seldom is with Pokemon, which maybe is a little bit of a flaw in their version creation. But again, I'm sure a lot of people chose Y. Let's talk a little bit about what kind of playthrough this is going to be. I think I am going to follow Nuzlocke rules, just to make things, for the most part, just to make things a little more interesting, and take the Pokemon selection out of my hands. One thing to appreciate about these games is that there are a ton more Pokemon available than there were in any games before. You can have a full team of 6 with all kinds of crazy variety before you even get to the second gym in this game. And I think a Nuzlocke is a good way to approach that. That said, the challenge is not the point of this playthrough. This is a playthrough where we go back and explore the region in a way that we might not have done in a long time. We're going to stop and smell the flowers, and Kalos has a lot of flowers and flower Pokemon, as you know. We're going to take things a little slower, and if we fail the Nuzlocke, we'll probably just keep going without Nuzlocke rules anymore. But we'll try to complete a Nuzlocke just to make it interesting. I'll probably turn the experience share off when I get it. I actually don't think I've ever done a playthrough of this game without the experience share before, but it's just so dead easy after about the third gym. I think it's worth seeing what kind of challenge it can be. I've heard that it's a kind of a pleasant challenge without the experience share. I've never tested that myself. I also think that in an unusual move for me, I am going to ban fixed encounters and gift Pokemon, unless they're the only Pokemon that I have left under Nuzlocke rules. Because we want to celebrate the variety of Pokemon available in this game, and we don't want to just run through it with broken Lucario, Charizard, and Xerneas. I've done that in plenty of playthroughs before, but this isn't the one for it. So except the starter, I will use the starter, but otherwise, only if I run out of other Pokemon. That said, I'll be boxing dead Pokemon instead of releasing them, because I probably will just keep playing without a Nuzlocke if the Nuzlocke has failed. But those are the ground rules. Like I said, going to be kind of a slower playthrough. We'll read dialogue, we'll talk to NPCs. And it starts right here with Professor Sycamore. He's going to show us a Skiddo, I think? Yeah, man, this is laggy, but we'll make do. Skiddo's very cute, of course. A lot of cute Pokemon here, and also a Haxorus. But, gotta love those little World of Pokemon intros. But there's nothing exactly groundbreaking here. And I really hope that it's not going to be laggy like this through the whole game. Anyway, in my Silver playthrough, I named myself Silver. And I think I'm just going to name myself X here. Now this, of course, is the game that debuted character customization. And I always have a little bit of a dilemma with character customization. Because I am a pale, blue-eyed white guy. But I can't do the blonde hair. It's just not me. I am a player who tends to make my player character look like myself. That is generally my preference. And it's at the point now where I actually look up when a game, before I start a playthrough, whether you can change your hair color in that game. Like, I think in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl you can't change your hair color. And I picked this guy because of that, because I didn't want to be blonde through a whole game. But in a game where you can change your hair color, like this one, my move now is to pick this guy and just make his hair brown as soon as possible. So that's what we're going to do. And like I said, I'll just name myself X. A little silly, but not that much sillier than Silver. We don't name the rivals in this one, of course. We certainly did get that right. Eh bien. A little bit of French there. Kalos was interesting to me because, of course, playing the first 4 generations as a Canadian kid, white Canadian kid, I didn't get a lot of the Japanese cultural references. And there are a lot more of those than I realized at the time. And then Unova is like... Unova kind of represents the US in its diversity of Pokemon and characters and whatnot, but it's not really a super obviously American or New York region. So then when Kalos was very on the nose with the French references and I actually understood them, I thought that it was on the nose in a way that the regions hadn't been before. I now think that wasn't the case. I think I just didn't get a lot of the Japanese cultural references in the first 4 regions. But that was definitely part of how I experienced it when I first played through these games. Anyway, that fleshling just rammed into me. That was kind of funny. What do we got here? A Wii U. Never had one of those in real life. Some of my relatives did. There's not much to see in this bedroom. Let's just get into the mirror and change into our clothes. And we're ready to head off on our grand adventure. And it is. It's going to be a fun one. Kalos is like I said, a very underdeveloped and therefore underappreciated region. But there's some fun stuff to see for sure. What's this pillow doing over here? Okay. I don't need to slow it down that much. I think it's just going to be laggy. We'll have to live with it. Morning, X. You sure slept well, all rested up from the move? This is something... So, if you're watching this, leave a comment if you have any insight. I always find it kind of interesting that in some Pokemon games, Red and Blue, Gold and Silver, but also like Sword and Shield, you're a local kid from a small area who has grown up there all this time and is ready for a journey. And then there are some where you're freshly moved there. Of course, Ruby and Sapphire started that. This is one as well, Sun and Moon. I'm always sort of curious about what goes into that choice for a game version, whether you're a local or a newcomer, and what significance that might have to the story and themes in a given game. But I've only ever sort of been vaguely curious. I've never really thought about it in much depth. So I'd be very interested to hear any insights. I guess this is where Mom sleeps. Don't know if I've ever gone to that room before. Anyway, let's go meet our neighbors. Nice door noise. And it's Serena and Shauna. We'll talk about this as the game goes on, but I'm going to stand up a little bit for the X and Y rivals in this playthrough. Like, I very often see that none of them have any character whatsoever. And sure, Tierno is like 2 gimmicks in a trench coat, and Trevor is maybe less than that. But Shauna has an actual arc. She's not the greatest rival ever, but she's a real character. And I'm going to have to try to call out her arc as we see it develop over the course of the game. And then Serena is just kind of like strong, experienced rival. There's not a lot to her, but she adds something to the story as well. It's kind of a, it's kind of a large group as well. Like, every one of those 4 characters, instead of just being one rival, every one of those 4 characters has their niche. They kind of have a piece of an interesting rival, which admittedly does make them suffer as characters to an extent. But I think these 2 are not great, but they're okay Pokemon game characters. And hey, Tierno's at least kind of funny and charming. Anyway, here we are in Vanaville Town, meeting Serena and Shauna. Professor Sycamore has a request for 5 kids. A little odd when you put it that way. And they're gonna go to the next town over. Alright, let's go. Love that gate. I've played through this game several times, and I never get tired of going through that gate. Let's say hi to Rhyhorn. Okay, I forgot I can do this. Rhyhorn seems kind of sleepy. I really want a Pokemon, then I could go wherever I want. Well, what's stopping you? This is Serena's house. Okay. Does she have a mom? Be the new young man from next door. Yeah, okay. And then her room must be up here. Alright. Nice little tidy room there. No pillow in the middle of the floor. That tablecloth was kind of weird. Did you notice that? It was like perpendicular to the quarters of the table. Is this the Technology is Amazing guy for this game? Oh yeah. You can look all over the world for players who are playing at the same time you are. This was the first Pokemon game with simultaneous worldwide release, wasn't it? If you're younger watching this, you might not know, but we used to have to wait months while people were playing these games in Japan. And I would like watch Japanese playthroughs on YouTube. I watched a whole playthrough of the Japanese version of Black and White before I ever got to play those games myself. Back in Gen 4 especially, we would learn like unofficial romanized names and unofficial translations of the new Pokemon and move names. Like Close Combat was known as Infight by the English-speaking player base for a long time. And then we had to get used to the official names when they came out. Kalos region has a lot of cool towns. It sure does. We're gonna tour them. Is this Shauna's house? Well, I don't know what a hiker would be doing there. Okay, that's not a great jingle. That's alright. Okay, I guess Shauna probably doesn't live here. This kid does. Who are you? Slow down and talk to me. This is so rude. That Rhyhorn's like super duper big. Well, it's not for battling, it's for racing. Rhyhorn racing. They really just mention that a few times in this game and don't expand on it at all, huh? I mean, you ride a Rhyhorn later, but... Your mom is a Rhyhorn racer. That sounds cool, and we never see it. Anyway. Go out through the gate. Like I said, never gets old. Gotta love that the routes have names in this game. This one's pretty bland, Vaniville Pathway, but we'll call out any interesting ones as we go, I think, and then we're in the very pretty Aquacord town. This is France right here. Oh man, this game is so laggy. Well, what's your deal? Do I love Pokemon? I sure do. I wonder what happens if you say no. But you know what? I don't have it in me to do that. So we'll never know. And here are the 5 kids. Well, I'm one of the 5. This is the meeting place, X. Alright, let's go. See, Tierno's not much of a character, but he's funny and charming. Trevor, he exists. He's a Pokedex bot. Look at this guy. Look at that grin. Oh, we get nicknames here. X-Meister, Lil X. Something low-key like Big X. I don't know that that's low-key, but that's what I'm gonna go with. You can call me Big X. Why not? And it's Pokemon time. These guys, of course... Professor Sycamore definitely kind of favors the 3 of us over these 2. Like, Tierno has, what, Corphish? And Trevor has, like, a Pikachu or a Flabébé or something. I think he has a Pikachu. And we get these awesome starters, and then the Kanto starters later. Although, Shauna and Serena never used theirs, I think. But alright, starter time. Chespin, adorable. Fennekin, adorable. Froakie, adorable. There are a few different ways you could approach this, of course, but for a playthrough like this, where we're kind of just revisiting, re-exploring the region, seeing what quirks it has as we head into a new game featuring that region, I'm not going to overthink this. I'm just going to pick my very favorite Kalos starter, and that, of course, is Fennekin. Yeah, I'm not a Greninja guy. Greninja's okay, I don't dislike it, but the first time I saw it, I saw that its tongue was wrapped around its neck like a scarf, and I was like, ew. I don't like this. This is kind of unsettling. And that's colored how I perceive Greninja ever since. I honestly, it's a cool starter, sure, but I don't understand its mass popularity. And Fennekin is definitely my favorite of this group. I guess if we're doing Nuzlocke rules, we do have to nickname Fennekin. Didn't really think this through, did I? What's a good name for a Fennekin? Well, it's male and it's gonna grow up to do magic. I'll just name it Gandalf. Pretty basic. Maybe I'll look up where the name raider is in this game later, or we'll probably just run into him. But it'll do in a pinch. Unless... yeah, this is fine. Okay, so Shauna takes Chespin and Serena takes Froakie. It's something that'll help us understand Pokemon on a much deeper level. It's the Pokedex. Trevor's favorite thing in the world. The professor wants us to go on a journey with our Pokemon and complete the Pokedex. It's an important mission from the professor, I'm sure of it. Honestly, he's not wrong. The professor does kind of have us out there studying for him, which I guess makes sense. He's stuck in his lab a fair bit of the time, and we get to go on an adventure and have fun and basically work for him without working. Pretty smart of him. This is kind of what Professor Oak does too. Then there's a letter to Mom, which has spawned many a meme. We'll go deliver that, of course. In Kalos, kids are chosen to go on a Pokedex and carry a Pokemon. That's interesting. That implies that... because, like, there are a lot of different ways that Pokemon approach this, right? Like, in the Adventures manga, being a Pokedex holder is a very rare and special thing. In the original games, it kind of seems like Professor Oak needs someone to do a favor for him, and hey, you're there. In the anime, it's just routine that kids go to Professor Oak and get a Pokedex. This dialogue kind of implies that it might be kind of a middle ground here. Like, the professor kind of routinely picks some kids who he thinks are well-suited for this kind of Pokemon journey. But it's not everyone, but it's not super rare either. At least that's how that reads to me. Anyway, first battle of the game. We're taking on Shauna and her Chespin. Music's a little messed up there, but... beyond me to do anything about it. I really hope that I don't end up scrapping this because it's just so laggy. If you're watching, you know I didn't. She got a female Chespin. That's cool. Kind of rare. I guess Gandalf is kind of a fire and light wizard. So it fits. I don't love this nickname, but I can't deny that it fits. Anyway, that was a pretty easy battle. Just a couple embers and Chespin is down. Nice Aquacord Town battle background. Do we level up here? We do. Level 6. No new move. Ah, poor Shauna. That was quite the animation there. She heals. That's nice. Now let's go say hi to Mom. No need to linger, we're just running back through this corridor again. Back to Vanderbilt Town. There we go. So, what did you and the neighbor kids end up doing? Is that a Pokeball? This mom does not miss a beat. She knows we're a Pokemon trainer now. A letter for me. It says it's from somebody named Sycamore. What could it be? A love letter? Why did they put that in the game? Whew. What does our mom get up to when we're not there? Okay, I don't want to dwell on that. What lovely handwriting. Alright, all kinds of exciting things are happening. Professor Sycamore is sending me on an adventure when I just moved to this region. Imagine that. Oh, this is where you get the other default clothes from. That's cool. She says she packed a change of clothes. There's the town map. I certainly do know how to use one. That's my boy. And we're off for a wonderful experience. Yeah, it's true. Now Rhyhorn's gonna say goodbye to us. Nice little moment here. Kinda touching. Feel like I barely know this Rhyhorn, but clearly we have a strong bond in our backstories. And what a card. Alright. Known me since I was born. Aww. Probably never think about this Rhyhorn again in the whole playthrough, but that was a nice little moment. Can we hop on its back again? Guess not. Well, off we go. Out through the gate again. Back to Aquacord Town. And we can explore a little more of it now. Though there may not be much to explore. You look like a shopkeeper. Gave me a free potion, that's nice. There is this little sort of knockoff Pokemart here. I don't think they have Pokeballs yet. Let's see. They sell, if they sell only the best potions, yeah, that answers that. Pokemon Center just past Santalune Forest. Well, yeah. Early game tips. Nothing too exciting. What's your deal? I want to be more fashionable. I might want to go to Santalune City. Well, I certainly do. And I certainly will. In my original playthrough of this game, I ended up dressing my character up in a bunch of, like, the expensive clothes that are available in the post-game. Maybe we'll do that again, but that's quite a ways off, of course. Anyway, knockoff Pokemon Center there. Photo spot? Still under construction. I don't remember how the photography works in this game. I don't think I ever stopped to do it much. But if there ever was a playthrough to do that, it is this one. Who are you? I'm gonna train really hard. Me too, kid. Now what's in here? Do they sell Pokeballs? I don't think I knew that was there. We're gonna get Pokeballs soon, of course, but... yeah. I don't think I ever knew that you could get Pokeballs before the catching tutorial in this game. That... That means we can catch the fixed encounter Pidgey. And despite what I said about fixed encounters, I don't think that really counts. I think I'm down to use a Pidgey. Call it our encounter for this route. Hey, Pokemon Trainer. If you don't know, the first encounter on this route coming up is always a Pidgey. And I believe on this route, you always catch every wild Pokemon with every ball you throw. They can never fail. A nice little camera adjustment there. Water's kind of pretty. But yeah, we'll catch the Pidgey. That doesn't hear it, Avance Trail. I don't think that's the kind of fixed encounter I was talking about earlier. And here it is. Don't know what I'll name a Pidgey. Level 3, nice. Let's use our Premier Ball. This is a special Pidgey. Guaranteed. And there it is. What am I going to name a Pidgey? Of course, Mega Pidgeot is sadly not in this game. It debuted in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Common sight in forests and woods, it flaps its wings at ground level to kick up blinding sand. One of those early stage birds that don't actually fly much, I guess. I'm really struggling to come up with a name for a Pidgey here. Flap. Alright. Now that we've caught a Pokemon, let's learn how to catch a Pokemon. Oh, hi, Big X. Yeah, of course. Serena's mom and dad are amazing trainers. That's why she knows so much about catching Pokemon and battling. Serena is built up so much as the more experienced, more knowledgeable trainer, but gotta give her credit, she's always very humble. Which does her well as she quickly falls behind the player character. But of course you don't battle Serena for a long time. I think not until the... whatever it's called, the Mega Evolution Tower. Which is kind of a cool decision. You got Shauna as the weaker rival to build you up, and Tierno I think you battle somewhere in there. Maybe even Trevor. And Serena is kind of built up until you have a decent amount of experience and you can show her that you surpassed her. Not a bad way to plot this out. Anyway, she caught a Bunnelby. That's cute. Don't think we'll ever see that Bunnelby again, will we? There it is. Wow! The Pokemon went inside the Pokeball? Shauna, you have a Pokemon already. Oh, she just said it! I didn't know she was gonna... What do you think your chestplate is inside of right now? I didn't know she was gonna call that out too. Anyway, free Pokeballs. Probably be making good use of those. You think I can catch Pokemon with them too? Little slow on the uptake there, Shauna. But gotta love her happy-go-lucky attitude. Shauna wants to make friends with cute Pokemon. Serena wants to be strong. I think, realistically, I want to do some of both here. Already got an encounter this route, didn't I? So... it would be nice to train a Vivillon, but... Nuzlocke rules are Nuzlocke rules. I know it's the Pidgey is a little questionable, but... It's fine. I'm just swapping my party around. I guess that won't show up on the screen, but... You can guess I'm going to do that reasonably often. Just getting Pidgey into the lead spot. And here we go. When two trainers' eyes meet, a Pokemon battle must begin. Very important for every young player to learn. Youngster Austin with his Zigzagoon. Isn't that adorable? I like Zigzagoon a lot. One of my favorite early route normal types for sure. Anyway, we're just going to switch to Gandalf. Try to overpower this. Let's go. Ember. Good damage. Would have liked it to do half, but... Okay, the tackle's not doing half either. Should be alright here. Might want to go back and heal after. Although, Shauna will heal us in the forest, won't she? Now, as long as it's not a speed tie, we're good. Yep. Won our second trainer battle, I guess, because Shauna was our first opponent. Nice level up. Gandalf getting good and strong already. Flap on its way. Her way. And into the forest. Now, people complain about Gen 1 pandering. I'm not a big Gen 1 pandering hater. I think partly because I am one of those older fans. But also, I get it. They want to celebrate their history. I do think it's weird that Santalune Forest is like a copy and paste of the Viridian Forest layout. I think that the Gen 1 homages in this game get a little weird and heavy-handed at times. And this is probably example number 1. It's not really a big deal. I mean, it's a fine little forest area to play through anyway, but... It is weird that they did that. Let's get an encounter. Almost forgot to do that. Though we would have sooner or later anyway. Could be a Pikachu, could be a monkey. It is a monkey. Not the best one to find, because we already have a fire type, but... Hey, we'll take what we get here. We'll put this Pansear... Honestly, I don't think I'm going to put this Pansear... I don't think I'm going to actively train this Pansear. Because we do have a better fire type already. But hey, we'll carry it in the party for a bit. And now we have a backup fire type in the PC in case I lose my starter early in a run again. I actually don't know. Balls might still be guaranteed to work here in the forest. In any case, I think we can throw one now. Let's see. Alright, got our monkey. And Got our experience from a capture, which I think was a new thing in X and Y. Sand attack on our Pidgey. Maybe we'll cheese someone at some point. Very intelligent. It roasts berries before eating them. It likes to help people. And because it's a monkey, and despite what we just read about it being very intelligent, we'll name it Goku. Can't see me typing the nicknames, huh? I better make sure to call out what they are. We named that Panseer Goku. A potion. No need to go in the grass now. Except to get cool stuff. Another potion. We're gonna be so healthy. Yeah, it's just Viridian Forest. Oh, but we got our friends running around in here. That's kind of fun. I thought there was an item down here, but I guess not. Yeah, Panpour would have been more useful at this point, although there are a ton of water types available later. But it doesn't matter. We got our Goku. We're happy with that. I'm declaring that we're happy with that. Serena looking to test her skills. First I'll observe. I don't know what that means. Tierno got into a battle. It's just a fun little... I'll give the forest this. It is fun to see your rivals / friends running around. Shauna loves puzzles. That's going to be important later. She's observant, too. Even though she might seem a little spaced out sometimes, she knows what's going on. Anyway, it is fun to see those other characters start off on their journey like that. Which is a nice touch about this forest area. Youngster Joey. With his top percentage Scatterbug, no doubt. Which maybe is kind of a justification for the Viridian Forest copy-paste, actually, because we don't have a flying type attack on this Pidgey. Well, I'll still try to fight this. Anyway, Viridian Forest is such a well-known early game finding your footing kind of area. And yeah, it's not just us doing it this time. We get to watch some other kids do it too. Well, closest Pokemon could get to an ensemble cast, I guess. Anyway, I'm glad that didn't go for Stun Spore. I don't know if it has it, but it could. Although, we might be slower now. It just tackles. That's fine. I think I forgot to turn on set mode, but I do intend to do that. So, no matter what they do here, we're not going to switch to Gandalf. Yeah, at this moment. Joey switches to Fletchling. We'll try fighting this with Flap, actually. We'll definitely be slower after all those string shots. But that tackle's not doing too much. And ours is. That was good damage. Of course, I'm thinking ahead to the first gym. Fennekin is a good poke starter to have into the bug gym for sure, but of course the gym leader starts things off by setting up, what's it called? Water Sport with her Surskit. Really cool tactic in the gym battle, by the way. Water Sport is pretty obscure, but she makes good use of it. It can be a little tricky to beat that with a Fennekin. So if my Pidgey gets reasonably strong and gets a flying type attack, that is not the worst thing. Might as well take the free heal. Might as well take that after every battle. Why not? But yeah, we might want to use this Pidgey in the gym battle. We'll see. Now, third encounter in the forest. It's a Caterpie. Not high on the list of Pokemon I'd want to use on this playthrough anyway. If I'm getting a Butterfly, I think I'd prefer Vivillon. What's Serena up to now? Do I have any Pokeballs? Oh, she gives me a Pokeball? She wants to be sure I'm catching lots of stuff. Serena is such a supportive rival. Very pleasant character all around. Now we got Last Anna with her Pikachu. And I'm just gonna switch to Gandalf right away. Maybe I should have named Pidgey the Eagles and kept the Lord of the Rings thing going. But no, I don't think so. Maybe just singular eagle. But no, I don't think so. No para? Good. Let's Ember this. No para? Guess I shouldn't have said anything. But that Growl is not doing anything. Kind of funny that Pikachu gets the special privilege of saying its name when it growls. Because it sure is the series mascot. Remember when Pikachu just had an ordinary Gen 1 cry? That is a good experience right there. Let's go. 2 levels for Gandalf. And also for Flap. Love that. Eep! I was the one who got shocked. Yeah, I know you'll heal my Pokemon, Shauna. Let's go. Get rid of that para. I don't want it. Okay, I think this trainer has a Bidoof. Last lease. So starting with a Weedle. Might as well tackle that and hope we don't get poisoned. I still haven't turned on set mode, have I? Oh, level 2? Might even one-shot it. Yep. Maybe the Bidoof trainer is outside the forest. This is just a Bunnelby now. Level 4, a little stronger. Bunnelby is pretty cute. Diggersby is where it gets kind of weird. We'll see those later. Really awesome Pokemon team. I agree, Lise. You're off to a good start. Okay. Nope, that's saving the game. Do that later. Also haven't made the text speed fast, which is my bad. Okay, fast text and set mode on. There we go. Another Pokeball. We're practically swimming in them. Which is good, because there are so many Pokemon to catch in this game. And there's an item over here. Shauna wants to catch a Pikachu, but she hasn't run into a single one. Okay, that's kind of a funny little nod to the Viridian Forest cut and paste there. Plus, I'm sure Pikachu is also a rare encounter in this forest. I'm the first to arrive. That's right. Eat my dust. I love Tierno's dancing. Can you think about something besides how Pokemon move for once? Trevor, let him be himself. Tierno, I'll give Tierno this. He knows exactly who he is, and he's living his best life. And you know what? He's like the 3rd most important rival in this game. He doesn't need more. He doesn't need more than that. Tierno's great. Okay, I missed the name of this route. Might be on the sign. How about different Pokemon will use different moves? I sure want to see lots of moves. Yeah, get that dance inspiration. Get the adventure rules. I don't know if I've ever read the adventure rules. Seems like the playthrough to do it. Nice little glimpse of Santalune City in the background. What am I gonna do? I don't know. Adventure. But first I better read the rules for that, huh? Open the menu with the X button. Thanks, Sarita. Great tip. Record your progress with save. Throw Pokeballs to catch Pokemon. Weaken Pokemon you want to catch. Use battles to help your Pokemon grow. Heal your Pokemon at Pokemon centers. Other than maybe, well, no, other than maybe the Pokemon Center, because we haven't seen one before. So far, these are all things that we know by this point in the game. Buy more items than you think you need. That's fair. Talk to everyone you meet for information. Not something players often do, but we'll at least aspire to that this playthrough. When you get lost, check your town map. I don't think we'll be getting lost. And enjoy your journey with your Pokemon. We certainly will do that. Not bad. Rules all around. Okay. Teaching us about PP. She's saying the same thing again. He's teaching us about HP. He thinks we should go to the Pokemon Center. You want to tell me something, Tierno? Ouvert Way. Opened up after the forest, huh? Now we can fight some youngsters. Mommy told me that I should battle anyone who greets me. Man, that is gonna be an annoying kid. Should have thought that through. Preschool Oliver. Sent out Caterpie. Here's Flap. Level 2. Easy. Won't even level up. Oh, we didn't one-shot it. That might be a top percentage Caterpie. Oliver's going places. But yes, I saw its tackle do 1 damage, but still. Got an Azurill. As long as that doesn't spam Charm or something. Should go down pretty quickly. It's 2-shot right now. It goes for Tail Whip, which is fine. Like, a nice little touch that it jumps off of its bouncy ball tail to wave that at us. And the Azurill is gone. I think Flap has now caught up to Gandalfin level and has learned a flying attack. Very nice. Yeah, we might lean on Flap in the gym to get around the water sport. Although Gandalf is probably still stronger. This kid is a Pichu, so we'll swap to Gandalf here. Preschooler Ella. Adorable little Pichu. Yeah, we'll probably take this, but I'll just go ahead and switch. Take that Tail Whip, but it doesn't have any physical electric attacks, so I mean it can quick attack us or something if it wants. Still not going to do much, but it doesn't even get to. Nice Ember crit, 1-shot. We're just too strong for this early game area. We're going to have to go fight gym leaders or something instead. Ask Viola to teach her how to battle. I'm sure Viola's good at that. Oh, rollerblades! Where do we get some of those? Hey, my Pokemon are studying. Want to join us? Oh, I'll teach you some lessons, alright, schoolgirl Bridget. This is the Bidoof trainer. Yeah, you're gonna learn a lot about battling right now. This might have rollout. I'm just gonna switch to Gandalf. Obviously, all of my Pokemon are weak to rollout, if it does have that, but we can get off a stronger hit and potentially a burn. Anyway, it just Growls here. Love that Bidoof cry coming through. Look at how round Bidoof is in this 3D model. Adorable. Showing off a lot of cute Pokemon early in this game. And like I said, there's going to be a ton of variety in what we can catch and what we can battle before we even get to like the second gym. They're kind of giving us a teaser for that already with Zigzagoon, and Bidoof, and Caterpie, and Weedle, and Scatterbug, and Pidgey, and Fletchling, and Bunnelby. You get the idea. Super Potion already, very nice. And there was a cut tree back there, but of course we won't have cut for a little while. That kid says something about the best way to learn how to use a move to use it. I don't know. His name is Brighton. He probably has some 3 monkeys, judging by this Pansage. We can just try out our new Gust on this. Nice Gust animation. Really kind of... Pidgey's movement there really kind of sells that it's whipping up a strong wind. I like it. Especially for such an early stage Pokemon to move. Pansear now, we'll just Gust that too. Or actually Tackle might be stronger. Tackle it. Gone. We can probably just one-shot the Panpour with Tackle then too. Let's see. Oh, it takes a hit and goes for Play Nice. Definitely was surprised when I saw that move for the first time in this game. It's it's an interesting name for a move, but I guess it fits this little preschool zone out here. And of course it complements Play Rough, which was introduced in this game. Give the Fairy type a nice little physical attack. I'm in the habit of swapping my Pokemon in and out of the lead spot a lot as they pass each other in level. It's something I kind of intentionally didn't do so much in my Silver Nuzlocke, but... Anyway, I don't think we have an encounter in this route yet, do we? I don't know how I'm going to handle that right now. For now, I've swapped Gandalf back to the front. My bad if I already found a wild Pokemon out here, but I don't recall doing that. And we're going to try to catch this Bidoof. Hope it takes a scratch. Maybe I just throw a ball first, actually. That's what I'm going to do. I have 21 Pokeballs. I can spare one. I would like to have this Bidoof. For sure. Okay, that's fine. I'm actually going to switch to Goku and try to use that to weaken it. Goku's only at level 4, so Bidoof will definitely take a hit. Obviously you want to keep Goku alive, but it does mean the capture experience will be wasted on a Pokemon I'm probably not going to train. But Gandalf will get some of that experience as well. Okay, Goku should take another hit, so we'll get off one more scratch, and then we'll probably switch to someone bulkier. Hopefully that's enough. Because I'm sure I can't weaken the Bidoof anymore now. I'm going to switch to Flap. Everybody gets a share of the capture experience, if we capture this thing. Okay. We got it. That's a nice Pokemon to have for the next little while. With nerves of steel. That's what I'm talking about. Nothing can perturb it. It is more agile and active than it appears. That's a great Pokedex entry. Alright, now hear me out. Bidoof evolves into Bibarel. Bibarel is a beaver. The beaver is the national animal of Canada. We Canadians love our hockey. Greatest hockey player of all time, Wayne Gretzky. This Pokemon's nickname, Wayne. And I think we just go into Santalune City now. Go straight to the Pokemon Center and heal up. I do want to train Wayne. I should probably move Wayne to the front of the party. Thanks. Nice moves, Tierno. All those little dances he does. You know what? I feel like I was even a tiny bit disrespectful to Tierno earlier. Like I said, Tierno does not have to be a complex character. He's the third tier rival in this game. He could just be a funny little dance guy, and it works just fine. And Shauna, we'll talk about her arc as we go through it. And then Serena, I don't know what to say about her character right now. I'll keep an eye on what goes on with her. Pika 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 pika. Don't think we need to go to the mart right now. So let's see the city. Can't change our hair color yet. That's a Lumiose City thing, but we can see what's available in this here clothing store. It's mostly like hats and pins and stuff in this one, I think. That's what this display seems to imply. I like the clothing store music in this game. I'd kind of forgotten about that. Alright. Wait, how do I do this? Oh, I don't want to wear that hat. I like the hat that I have. Let's try this again. Controls kind of messed me up there. Alright, we're not going to use the clothing store. Game's being difficult. It's fine. This basic outfit is okay, but I hope I can still get a haircut when the time comes in Lumiose City. Santalune City looking very pretty. Look at those flowers. Look at this house. So floral. Love it. All kinds of Pokemon jump out at you in the tall grass. Sit on this bench. Just hang out for a bit. Okay, that's enough of that. But we do. This is a playthrough where we stop and smell the flowers, I did say. Fittingly for this game. Fantastic photographer, Viola. So many gym badges. Yeah, I want to hear about them. Oh. I'll just ask about the bug badge. Man. Okay, don't need to talk through all that. I will note that the gym badge names got pretty uninspired in this generation. And then I think they stopped trying to get creative with them afterward, didn't they? I mean, next generation there are no gyms. But then in Sword and Shield, they're just all named for their type, I think. Bidoof and I are just getting to know each other. That is correct. And yeah, that kind of starts here. Some of them have slightly more creative names, and some of them are literally Bug Badge and Fairy Badge. Which is kind of a shame. This bench is nice, I think, because you get a view of the fountain. Oh yeah. Look at that! Kalos is just full of these little picturesque spots that you don't really appreciate if you just run through the game. Not that it's illegitimate to do that, but that's not what this playthrough is about. I hope that they do this region justice. Or if Zede is entirely in Lumio City, I hope they find a way to do this region justice within that city. Of course, we'll explore there later in at least a couple of installments. But, yeah. Nice place to look at, all around. I'm a real grown-up, you see, so I have a lot of great balls. Thanks, bro. People are very nice, too, so far. So friendly. I'm sure there's no conflict in this region. But yeah. First game's on the 3DS, too, and I mean... Look, I'm not enough of a techie guy to know whether they made the most of the console. I get the impression that they didn't on pretty much anyone except the earliest games on the Game Boy, but they certainly stepped up their game. These games have scenery that I was not imagining playing gens, well, any of the earlier ones. Traded my Bunnelby for your Farfetch'd. I would consider it if I had a Bunnelby, but I don't. Wait, can I sit here and talk to her? I actually don't know. I can! Nice. Okay. That's cool. And we'll do that somewhere else. Can I sit here? Yes, but nothing much happens. Okay. Who are you? Type matchups. Fair enough. So many spots to chill for a bit. I actually don't know what's up here. Drinks! That's what's up here. Café au lait, chocolat chaud, etc. She's gonna give us the experience share, but only after we beat her sister. That Bidoof looks pretty happy. I must be a good trainer. I just caught this Bidoof. Good to know it loves me already. Anyway. This is not the gym. What is this? Trainer's school. Okay. Chock full of books and photos. Are you the teacher? Oh, oh ho! A new face in town. Yes, indeed. Take this with you on your way. Okay, I'll probably never use those, but maybe in a pinch. And next defenses. Are you gonna give me every stat? No, just those two. Okay. Yeah, in a pinch. Maybe. Even if you catch a wild Pokemon, your team's Pokemon will still grow. Yeah. Like I said, I think that was new in this game. We can sit on this chair face this way. Type matchups, huh? And the classic triangle. Nothing too groundbreaking, it's still a very early game. I guess when we get to Lumio City, that's when things start to open up. Anything interesting on the board? Status changes. That's cool. You can kind of see how they're written on the board there. Okay. Let's get the rollerblades. I remember you. You zoomed by me earlier. Hey, stranger! Isn't cruising around town on your roller skates the best thing ever? Well, I don't know. I don't have any. Yeah. Let's fight. Let's fight for them. I can never say no to a contest. Not me. Whether it's Pokemon or roller skates, speed is important. Alright. Roller skater Rinka. I don't think I ever noticed her name before. That is Vixigoo. I've got Wayne, but I'm probably going to switch Wayne out. Yeah, I certainly am going to switch Wayne out. I'll give Gandalf a go. Look at how round Wayne is. Can you believe he's zooming around the ice during hockey season? Well, the Pokedex did say he's more agile than he looks. Nerves of steel. I think my light just flickered in the other room. That's not great. Anyway, back to the game. 3-shot. Oh no, 2-shot this Zigzagoon with a timely crit. Let's go. I guess a wizard never crits early or late. He crits precisely when he means to. And now we can fly on our roller skates. Whoa, wow! That was amazing! You might even be stronger than Gym Leader. I hope so. I got one spiffy pair of roller skates now. However... Blah, 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 blah. I don't know if I know how to use the roller skates, though. Oh, yeah, there they go. We'll head over here to Détourné Way and train some more before we go to the gym. And it starts with... Wow, that is some nice music. We're about to fight... Intense build-up to fight a kid here, specifically Rising Star Louise. And her Psyduck. Okay, tricky matchup for... what's it called? Gandalf. But too high level for Wayne, I think, so we'll switch to Flap. We can also get an encounter out here. I like that you can go to the gate of the Pokemon League this early in the game and see what you're working toward. I guess that's also kind of copied and pasted from Gen 1, where you could do the same thing. You get to the first badge check gate anyway. But yeah, I like it. I like the League. It's fine when the League is a far-off place at the end of the game that you only see then. But yeah, it is kind of cool to just head over to the gate early and then return there much stronger later on when you're ready. Ties things together nicely. And I think the first time I played through this, I hadn't looked at the town map to this point. I mean, you don't really need to. It's a pretty straight path to get to Santalune City. And so when I got to the League gate, I didn't know that was where I was. It was kind of a nice surprise. Anyway, Wayne learned Growl. We're gonna let Leo now. I'm gonna stay in for now, but I can switch to Gandalf and resist the fire attack if that seems later like the thing to do. Oh, they set up... I forgot they set up their own water sport, but it's gone now. Is it gonna go for Ember? It does. Doesn't do much damage, though. We can finish this off with a Gust. I don't know why I'm worrying about PP when these have 30 and 35, respectively, but... There we go. Save a point for tackle there. And that's it for Louise. We can get an encounter on this route. There's some interesting stuff here, I think. Farfetch'd. I think Riolu is here, but it's rare. Still don't have cut, of course. Let's see what we get. An Azurill. Okay. We got two Pokemon facing off here that are not water types, but eventually will be. Of course, Azumarill gaining the Fairy type this generation is a pretty good incentive to train it. But I'll check what ability it has, too. I don't remember how Azumarill evolves. Is it Friendship? I think it is. Should be able to take one more tackle. I think it evolves by Friendship. And so I guess I'll just play that way. Unless I feel like looking it up at some point. Alright, we'll throw a ball now. Plain old Pokeball should do, though we do have a Great Ball now. Whoa! That didn't do at all. It's stubborn. This gal, I suppose, is stubborn. Let's see. Got it. Okay. Pokemon Fairy type. A Polka Dot Pokemon. A Pokemon that lives by water. It moves quickly on land by bouncing on its big tail. Alright, I think whether I train this now is going to come down to whether it has huge power or not. Therefore, let's start with the nick. To start things off, we'll name it Stronk. And hopefully that'll be true. Let's see. Thick Fat. Okay. Well, let's keep training Wayne for now. Or our future water type. Come on, Goldeen, let's show them what we're made of. Got Goldeen in this game. Last Elin sent out Goldeen. Goldeen might actually be kind of a threat at this point early in the game. I'm going to try tackling it. It probably doesn't have a stab attack, so that's kind of nice. But if it sets up some tail whips and it has like horn attack, or even peck, it could be kind of dangerous. We'll try another tackle though. Try to get Wayne some levels. Wayne might even be useful in the gym if we can get him to learn rollout before we go in there. And hey, we get to watch a Bidoof throw his weight around. Very cute. Everybody loves water sport out here, which I suppose gets you used to it before the gym leader has an actual strategy built around it. There's the peck, which we tank pretty nicely actually. Goldeen is down. Lots of experience, and here's a Meryl. Maybe I should switch. I'll try a tackle and see what happens. Goes for water gun. So that's not affected by the defense drop, but that did a lot of damage. I think that was a crit. However, I don't think Wayne ever wins this, so switch to Flap. And Flap is actually at like middling HP right now, so you might want to go heal after this battle. The Meryl goes for a tail whip. But here comes what should be a stronger tackle than that last one. And faster. One more tackle should do it. They tackle us back. Doesn't do much damage. And this should get rid of the Meryl. But I am going to play it safe and go heal. Let's level up for Flap. And for Wayne. Goldeen, Meryl, I'm so sorry. It's interesting that so many of these trainers call out their Pokemon by name in their dialogue. It's kind of nice. I don't know, makes them feel a little more like actual characters. I don't know if that's the right way to put it. That's a nice touch. Tierno's still just standing there in the Pokemon Center. Maybe you should go challenge the gym, buddy. And let's head back out toward that league gate. Badge check gate, Victory Road gate, I don't know what to call it. Probably badge check gate. Doesn't matter. Did I turn away? Did I look down here yet? Is there anything down here? Okay. I don't think these are trainers. This is a Rhyhorn racetrack, just basically off screen. The closest we get to seeing Rhyhorn racing. I was the biggest fan of Grace. Hey, that's my mom. The famous Rhyhorn racer. I even went to faraway regions to watch a race in Chiron. Our mom has such an interesting backstory that's just, like, vaguely spoken of. But what can you do? It's a Pokemon game. Gotta leave your mom behind and head off to adventure. No room for family. Is Pokemon battling just a hobby to you, or do you want to become a pro? Man... I'm a hobbyist YouTuber. That's a tough one. Here's a Riolu. I believe that is a rare encounter out here. Don't want to leave Wayne in on this, so I'll go Flap and try to smack it with Gust. Quick attack. Or goes for a quick attack, I should say. That's fine. Just spamming quick attack. Maybe it doesn't have, like, vacuum wave or something. But that Gust is an easy 2-hit KO. And that quick attack is not doing much. Actually, 3 of them together did a decent amount, but... yeah, goodbye, Riolu. Wayne is leveling up nicely. Go, Bunnelby! Sorry, excuse me. Go, Bunnelby! We'll do this as a team. Also, I see a Mr. Trainer back there. I'll go back to him. First, we got Schoolgirl Mackenzie. With her Bunnelby. Just as she said. Both at level 8. Might as well try. try this matchup, but I won't hesitate to switch if it's looking tough. That Leer might be a good motivator, but it looks like our tackle is a 3-hit KO. We are slower though. This will drop us to -2 defense, but we should still take a hit. So yeah, Wayne can finish this Bunnelby off. As it doesn't even attack, it just goes for agility. Not the time. Well, I guess this is what happens when small children try to battle early in the game. Isn't there a thing in this game where some moves will, like, destroy the scenery in the background of the battle and make an item pop out? I never looked into that much. And if we see it in this playthrough, it'll probably be by coincidence. But you know what this is, right? It's the beginning of a Pokemon battle. But isn't that a thing? Or maybe that's Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire? I don't know. Anyway, here's a Pidgey. Again, nice variety of Pokemon out here in the early game. Wayne should be able to take this. Although that sand attack could get annoying. I really do like Pidgey's move animations in this game. If it sand attacks again, we'll switch after. Although that tackle's not doing much, but we just missed ours. Yeah, I think at -2 accuracy, I just don't want to put up with that anymore. Let's check my Pidgey's ability. I think Pidgey gets Keen Eye. So that might be the call here. Yeah, Flap has Keen Eye, so we'll switch to Flap. On a Gust. Fine, does 4 damage. And their Pidgey's gone. I think they had another Pokemon, right? A Metapod. Well, that's pretty easy to deal with. Gust it. Goodbye. Yeah, I think I'll lead Flap in the gym. Honestly, I think I don't know that Flap will be able to overpower Viola's Vivillon. Vivillon is especially bulky. Gust from a Pidgey is not that strong. That small ledge right next to me, you can jump over it for a shortcut. We'll give it a try. It honestly might be the case that focusing on Gandalf is better, but I don't know. I care less about battling than just showing off my awesome Pokemon to everyone. Fair enough, that's your prerogative. Last Elsa. She's got a Flabébé, that's a very pretty Pokemon. Tackle it. It's like a 3-hit KO. That's not going to do much back. Yep. Vine Whip isn't doing much either because, of course, Flabébé, not a grass type. I'm really not a fan of when people say that, oh, Game Freak messed it up. This Pokemon should have been a different type, but what were they thinking? There's usually an intentional choice behind Defense Curl, nice. There's usually an intentional choice behind any type that any Pokemon has, and I think it's extremely rare, if it ever happens at all, that Game Freak really just goof and get it wrong. So Flabébé, the creature, is a little fairy thing, the plant is basically an accessory. Looks a little weird when you get to Florges, but hey, that's the design choice they made, and it's legitimate and fine. I think people are way too quick to say that they messed up with a Pokemon's type, and I'm not sure that those people are ever right with any Pokemon. Tell me if there's one you're really confident about. But yeah, that kind of fan talk definitely, it's not like the end of the world or anything, but it definitely annoys me some. Anyway, it really glosses over some interesting choices that they make. Anyway, I'm gonna move Flap to the lead spot because it's time to go into the gym. And I am going to try to lean on Flap to get through this one. In we go. Very pretty gym. And inside, we got some nice photos of bug types. Look at that. Floor pattern's kind of interesting too. What's the hustle, little Crustle? Welcome to Santalune City Gym. So, future champ, this will be... What, not champ in the making? Future champ, this will be your first time challenging a gym, huh? Are you thrilled? Are you pumped? You should be. No worries here, you got Pokemon on your side. And really, they're the ones who are going to be doing all the battling. That's true, I won't get hurt. Am I right or am I right? Right? Jump on that pole there and you'll be on your way to where the gym leader is awaiting for you. Whoops, but wait, before you go, I'm supposed to tell you something. Everybody in this Pokemon gym uses bug-type Pokemon. Got it? I would never have guessed. Okay, can't really see much over here. Viola's photographs are currently being displayed in the gallery. That's cool. To be evolved. Photographer Viola. Nice Metapod. What's this one called then? Nectar's Siren Song. Okay. Whoa. Well, down we go. Oh, I have to do it from this side. The gym puzzles in this game are mostly kind of fun. I like seeing the player character do some physical stuff like rock climbing and swinging on things in the grass gym. Some of the puzzles don't hold up so well. Some of them are pretty nice. This one I'd say is in the middle. It looks cool. It's a simple one, fitting for the first gym. Nothing groundbreaking, but it's kind of nice. Hey, are you a challenger? Come on, show me your Pokemon. Oh, and of course you can follow the bubbles to get through the maze if you are confused by it, which is fine for a first gym. Mr. David sent out Ladybug. Most first gyms don't really have a puzzle, functionally. No big deal if this one hand holds the kids through it. And hey, a kid might miss the bubbles, and it might be a nice little Easter egg for them to notice. So it's a pretty well designed first gym, I think. I'm really liking Pidgey's animations. I don't know why I'm enjoying them as much as I am. I'm also enjoying that supersonic dodge into tackle. Goodbye, Ladybug. Oop, oop. Quick attack. That's cool. To see all kinds of Pokemon hanging out of the gym. Yeah, I'm sure that's a real perk of being a gym trainer. I don't know why I went back this way. There was no need. Let's go along here. Follow the bubbles just like I said, but let's take a moment to fight this guy. Do you have any idea how quickly bug-type Pokemon evolve? What are you going to send out a Metapod? A Spupa. Okay. Similar concept. Blow that away. And almost one hit. Goodbye. Alright. I evolved quickly too. You're not wrong. The player character is, in every Pokemon game, like a child prodigy, zooming along at a rate way beyond anyone's expectations. I think players forget that sometimes. Last Charlotte sent out Kakuna. Like, in terms of in-universe Pokemon power scaling, the player character is always absurd. Like anime protagonist level growth. And then people call Ash a chump because he doesn't win every league. Anyway, one-shot that Kakuna. Because that's what a child prodigy does. What, level 14 before the gym leader is good for Flap, and we'll just deal with this Combi here. I'm never sure whether to say Combi, as in honeycomb bee, or Combi, as in combo bee, because there are kind of three faces there. I think Combi is probably the better pun, but as a kid, my first thought was Combi. I think I would want to go with Combi now. No fair, my web wasn't strong enough to keep you. What web? What are you talking about? I didn't see a Spinarak. I'm gonna use a Pidgey. Excuse me, I'm gonna use a potion on my Pidgey. And then I suppose I'm gonna use a Pidgey. We'll just get it nice and healthy, because I think this actually could be a tough battle for it. Not the Surskit, but the Vivillon is kind of strong for this early in the game. That determined expression, that glint in your eye that says you're up to the challenge. It's fantastic. Just fantastic. I forgot about her favorite word until just now. Is this your first time challenging a gym? Fantastic. Whether it's the tears of frustration that follow a loss or the blossoming of joy that comes with victory, they're both great subjects for my camera. Fantastic! This will be just fantastic. Now come at me! My lens is always focused on victory. I won't let anything ruin this shot. Oh yeah, I like the gym leader music in this game. I forgot. It's pretty good. And Viola is a fun first gym leader. Got an actual tactic that makes her not the pushover for the fire starter that you think she might be. But also Chespin getting rollout makes the grass starter viable into this matchup. Viola's a fun character. To the extent that most gym leaders are at this point in the Pokemon series. I think this is a really good first gym. All around. And here the Surskit's going to do some damage too before we even get to the Vivillon. Also, what an obscure Pokemon that they made really noteworthy in this gym battle. Okay, she didn't set up the Water Sport. I guess because I'm not using a Fire type. So that'll be good if I have to switch to Gandalf against the Vivillon. But yeah, they made Surskit interesting and relevant. I love it. But here's the main event. And Gen 6 kind of gets a little bit of flack for not having very many new Pokemon designs, especially after Gen 5 had the most of any generation. Uses Infestation, I can't freely switch. That's right, I didn't even remember that part. Anyway, what I was going to say was they don't miss much. They really didn't miss much with Gen 6 designs. I'll probably comment on that more as we go, but even Vivillon, the early game butterfly that's really unoriginal at this point in the series, it sure is pretty to look at. In all of its forms. This is definitely not my favorite Vivillon form, but it still looks nice. I think we can get one more gust off before we worry about using a potion. The good news is we resist the infestation, so it's not accumulating damage on us too quickly. Oh, that almost KO'd. A crit there would have saved us a potion. And I think she probably heals here. In any case, we have potions, might as well use them. Yeah, she has them as well. Doesn't heal too much though. A little more infestation damage. What a sound effect, by the way, with the infestation damage. That is one creepy crawly bug type move. But it should just be like 2 or 3 more gusts. Yeah, one more after that. And hey, it's the first gym battle, it's never going to be that exciting. But I think it's a nice gym, all around. And it's going to be a while before we see another one. This game has a weirdly long gap between the first 2 gyms. Which is good though, because we're nowhere near ready for Grant right now. We'll get a chance to catch a whole bunch of new Pokemon going into that. Anyway, you and your Pokemon have shown me a whole new depth of field. Fantastic! Just fantastic! Can tone it down a little bit. Young Trader, you... No, it wasn't you alone. You and your Pidgey have shown me a whole new depth of field. You just said that! Fantastic! Just fantastic! Okay, they overdid it a little bit with their dialogue. But here's the Bug Badge. Nice design, not a great name. With that Bug Badge, Pokemon up to level 30 will listen to your orders in battle. Yup, even if you get them from trades. And here, this TM commemorates your win against a pro photog like me. Infestation TM, I'm sure I don't have anyone that can learn that. Using a TM like that one there lets you teach your Pokemon some new moves quicker than a shutter set to one... I'm not a photographer, I don't know what this means. It's fast, I'm sure. TMs are some of the best gear around. They're point and click easy, and you can use them over and over again. Now the TM that I just gave you is for a move called Infestation. Use it, and it'll be impossible for your opponent to flee from battle. Now then, can you zoom in a bit to check out the tent behind me? Take the stairs that you find beyond it, and you'll be back up to the entrance faster than a flash. Decent photography puns there. Anyway, I'm gonna... Flap is way ahead of the rest of the team now at level 15. Gandalf level 10, Wayne level 9. I'm gonna swap Wayne back to the front of the party. And then I'm gonna save the game. And we'll leave this one here. Back next week for definitely some of the more interesting parts of the Kalos region. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. See you next time.